Hello everyone, good day, especially to those students who are anxious in solving this problem. This problem is all about water bill. So this video I will show you how I can solve this problem. We'll start from the top until to the bottom based on the receipt. So let's start. So first is we have to open our Eclipse. By the way, I have here already created this, but I have to start it all over again for you to see it. Okay. So first is we have to create our project for this one, and I'll be creating a Java project. I will name it to water bill. Click finish. Okay, don't create. Yeah, so I have here the water bill. So first is to create our class, and our class is water bill. Okay, so create a class and name it to water bill. Okay, and click finish. Yeah. Okay, so we have here src and water bill. Okay, so I have here package inside of my class is inside of the water bill package, but I can customize it. I will not use another package. I will just directly um, on the source folder. So just drag and drop there. So yes. So it's automatically I am on the default package. Then you don't have to import. So our code must be much more cleaner because we don't need more package since our program is only consists of two Java file. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to create based on the receipt here is the okay, don't mind the logo. We cannot do that because we're on the prompt. On the console application, we cannot draw any image. So right now, we just concentrate on this one. We have the company name and the address and contact number. So here on the water bill, we can create our instance of the class for that data needed in our receipt. So we can say public string company name. Okay, so the company name. Right after we will going to create our method to print for our bill. So we can use public void print bill, and we just create a variable to hold those information print and assign it to null for now. Then we can just output it using system outlet print line, system outlet print line, and use the print variable. Yeah, so we can initially assign a value since this is a company name and our all of our users on our object use this company name, so we can assign it value, a default value to it, so we don't need to add values for each. We only have one company, so all of our objects here in our class has its this value, the same value. So all we need to do for that is to create a constructor to do the assigning of this one. So we need to create a constructor of this class. So water bill. Yeah, then all we need to do spelling water bill. Yeah, that's correct. it's water bill, right? So return type is missing for a while. Water. Yeah, okay. It's capitalize. Yeah. So that's the constructor. So we change this one since we don't need this one is accessible to other classes, especially for our. You can also want it that it's only intended for this class purpose, for this class only. We can set it to private, and we assign it on the value for that company here. This company name, and we know what is the company name for that. Based on the we have Abu Kobi. Okay, so I already typed it here, so I will just copy and paste for me to save time. Copy and paste. That is the name of the company. So then I'll access it here. So still private. I can access still this one since private means it can access all the data type or method in the inside of the class. Okay, so it's this company name it only can be accessed only on the water bill. Okay, so water bill class. Okay, so right here I'll be will output it on our print bill. So I'll just put in here the company. Okay, this company name. Now when we run it, okay, for a while. So this is the default one. So we run it, okay, for a while. It's still okay for this one. Okay, sorry for that. We cannot run this one since we don't have a main function to run. So all we need to do is to create another class for the main. Right click, new, and class, and we can name it to main. And now we can use or create a main function, public static void main, still running for that, string arg. Yeah, so that is the main function. So we can now run our program since we have now our main function. We create our any one object of this water bill. So water bill is equal to, okay, we can use like this is Tayasan Water District, so TWD is equal to new water bill. Yeah, so we can now access those TWD object print bill. Okay, so now we can output it, try to run. Yeah, so we have now here um the the company name. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so next is the street. Okay, on the street. So still the same here on the water bill. You have the street, still private since it's belong only to one company. So string company street. Okay, and all of our object has its the same data for the company name and street and the company contact number. So that is why we assign a value uh, when creating an object. So this is the constructor. When you create an object, it will automatic call. So that is why we are setting it here on the constructor. So we set it this company street. Sorry, that is company street It's wrong spelling. This company street. So the company street. I'll just already encoded it. So I'll just paste it here. Okay. And lastly, we can have the company number. It's still the same private string. Company number. We assign the company number. So this um, company number. Yeah, it's, it's a number, right? So we can just not use it integer. Sorry for that. 0. I'll just copy and paste the number. Yeah. So that's it for the company number. So int. Okay, so we have a problem uh, because the letter R for the int is too much for this number. So in our data type, in our basic programming, there is only a limit for our integer. So all we need to do is to make it long, and all we need to do is put it L at the right side to solve the issue. But still, it's still having an issue. Probably our Java version is has a problem. So to encounter this one, since all of these are string also, to make it much more easier for you to have encounter like this if you have a long digit for number, my recommendation is to change it to string and enclose it with quotation to solve that issue. Okay, so that will do. Then output those information on the print plus equals to, which is concatenation. We are adding the previous value for print for the new value, which the new value is, don't forget to use slash n for us to next new line, and the value is this company street. Yeah, another one, another the new value for print, and then the new adding the previous value and the new value slash n plus this company number. Yeah, so when we run it, yeah, that's it, right? So it's similar on what we have on the receipt. Okay, okay, then we have our horizontal line, and we have those data for next. Okay, so that's the start. So we have to do the next one. For the print, we have a long value here. So print plus is equal to slash n again. Yeah, I need that long line. Okay, that's it. So to print, okay. So for in the console application, we don't have a center alignment there here. So probably that's if you want it to use slash t for centering all the text, it's much more convenient to you. Then go for it. But in my case, just stay it on the this alignment. Okay, so next thing that we have to output is the customer detail. Yeah, the customer particulars and all of those things we have to enter out to output, and later on we let the enter the data using a scanner. Okay, so first is the customer particulars. So we have, remember, we have two columns here, so we can use like particulars and then account number, customer number, and then meter number. So that is the steps that we are going to do uh, right now. So we'll output that one. Um, Print plus equals slash n, and we have customer particulars. Then We have a lot of slash t, and we have account number also. Yeah, so when we run it, we have that kind of arrangement. So here, account number, yeah, account number. Probably this is how we can do it. The date for today, the date, yeah, and the number followed by a number and MR1. So we just to probably we let just let it encode those account number. Yeah. So just encoded it. So create a data for that, and we let the object enter the account number for that. So we have public string because there is a dash there. Then account number. Then here we just output the account number. Um, these um, account. It's public. Sorry, that's wrong one here at the top. Account number. That's it. So we can for a while. Yeah, I'm back. So output the account number. So we run it. So it's null, which is it's a string. So we have to you go to the company number and try to assign a value for the account number. So we can hear twd that account number is equal to. So we'll just follow what is the example on the receipt. So we have 2020 4811 MR and 001. Okay, so that's it. So for to 2020, sorry, that's to 2012, 4811 and MR 001. Okay, that's the value that we have. So when we run, so we have that data. Okay, so it's now next is we have the index, right? So index. So we're going to include that one index. So on our print here, on our print function, we have to add another one. Um, T for alignment, for index, for indentation. Okay, and we have no to enter what is the end use the index for that. So public int index. So whatever the index plus sign this index. Yeah, it's index only. Sorry about that. It's public. And this one. Yeah. So we have also to assign the index. What is the index that's set here? That's 146. So TWD index is equal to 146. So run it. We have that one. Okay. So we will now proceed to the next line on the receipt. So we have the customer number. So as we can see here on our customer number, probably we can make it an auto-generated. Like the customer number, the MR, and 220 to 20. Yeah, that to 212. So probably we can create a method there that can generate our our customer number. So all we need to do is to create a customer generator like that. Then we can populate what is the customer number. Okay. So first here is to create instead of okay, we can create a public string customer number generator. Okay, so as we can see here, it needs the date that's been registered, the date, no, the month, no, sorry, that's only the year. Okay, so the only given is the CUST and MR. Okay, so we need the date. So all we need to do is to create import the local date. Import this is a class that included in Java when you install any application like Eclipse. When you say Eclipse and install the GDK version, it's included on the package. Also in your phone. So import Java date and time. Okay. Import Java time local dot local date. Okay, we need only the date. Yeah, so we need that class local date and then the name of the object like date for today is equal to local date dot now. Okay, yeah. So next is we have to use the formatter, the format of our date since if we're going to output it right now for our date, so string like or return date, so it's a date property, so what we need to do is to add that to string, so whatever the date property to string. So when we use this one for to print like here add for the customer number, okay, so customer generator, yeah. So when we run it, we can see that there is a time right now, the date for today, but we don't want that format. We want only to get the date, the year. Sorry for the year. So all we need to do, so we sorry for that we forgot slash n to format the date for today. We need to the date formatter. So we have to load another class which is the format daytime formatter. So we load that one. So import Java that time that format and then we have date and time formatter. So we have to format our date. Okay, so we need to only to get the year. Okay, so here we load it date time formatter and then the name of the object we can use date formatter is equal to date time formatter and then of pattern the pattern I need only to get is the year, so that's it for y. Okay, and to return only is the year. Okay, okay. So to get that one here is equal to date formatter that format and the date for the date this one. We format this date. This is the date this date this object contains the date for today, but in our date formatter we want to get only the year. Okay, that is why we will use date format this object date formatter here, date formatter, and use that format. And then what is uh the one the source of the date is the date object here. So basically this is to store the year, so all we need to do is to output here the year. So when we run it, as you can see, we can now grab the 2021. That is the year for the current the year be this this is the year the time recorded in this video. So we have accomplished that one. So all we need to do, since this is a default, um all we need is to add the cost and the here MR, and also whatever the last digit for the customer number, we just let use it. So we add those string first here. So cast slash MR slash, okay, okay. So basically that will have that kind of format. So it's automatically, you don't need now to write all of this, as long as you just use the customer generator. As you can hear, it automatically create the or generate the customer number. So all we need to do is to import number. Okay, so that is the thing that we have to let the user input. So public int customer number, so whatever the number that they input. So this customer number. So for example, that in our main function, the output, like for example, we just use the last is 003, right? Or say let's say 300. So twd that customer number for 300. So as you can see here, we have now automatically, okay, it's lacking one symbol, which is the hyphen. Okay, so I'll go back on our this one and add an hyphen. Yeah, so run it. Yeah, so that's it for the customer and number. Yeah, so that's it. Next, now we can proceed to the meter number. That is the meter number, that is an integer. So I'll create a variable here, a class variable, public int meter number. So we just add on it here for the meter number. Okay, so we add /2/2. Okay, /2/t. Okay, and we say oh, we can add 3/t meter number. Yeah, and this meter number. Okay, so run it. Okay, that's the meter number. Okay, yeah, so we can add a /t for the account to make it much more aligned. Yeah, that's it. meter number. So it's zero since we don't have a value for that meter number in our object. We can create that one here, WD dot meter number. Okay, what is the meter number? We can use 110705 for a while. We can just 1107. Just type it any um, here. It's 11070513. 1107 yeah 05193 05193. Yeah, so we ran it, so we hold that data. Okay, so next thing we have is the customer name and the service area. Yeah, so we have to create another instance variable, string cost customer name. Yeah, so to make it much more faster, we can just copy this one, and here we can have the customer name. Okay, so the customer name, use this customer name. Yeah, then next thing that we have is the service area. The what is the service area? See the service area of the customer. So another one, public string service area for that. Change the label for service area and output service area. Yeah, so we run it, it's null. Yeah, we don't have the value for the customer, so we can add on it here, twd customer name. We can assign it based on the example, Mrs. Mariam, Mrs. Mariam, okay. MRS Mariam Rosellini, Rosellini. Okay, and TWD service area, that is Tayman. Okay, yeah, so we ran it. Okay, that's it. So it's have a lot of, we have too much T there, so we can adjust on it, and probably we can remove one slash T for that. So we have now the customer name and the service area, which is Tayman. Next thing that we can have is the address, the POB box. Okay, so that is the address, and this is the service type. So we have to copy again this line, and that is the address, and also the service type. Then we can change, add a variable here, public string address and public string uh, service type. Okay, and now we can change the value that we had to output, this address, and this one is this service type. Okay, so run it. Okay, we don't have now because we don't have a value for the address and the service type. So we have to add and assign the value for that. TWD service, no, that is address. The address for the example, we can use have PO box. So we can have PO box. Okay. And TWD service type is equal to domestic. Okay, it's domestic. So when we run it, yeah, probably we can add two more T there to align the service type. Slash T slash T. Yeah. So you have address. So next thing that we have is the plot number. The plot number. Plot number. And we have the billing period. With the billing period. So the plot number, we can create a variable for the plot number, public int plot number. So we can have this plot number. We have L here. Okay, so the billing period. So the billing period, we have just to remove that one for now. So let's check the plot number. Yeah, and the billing period, we have to add another slash t for that to align. Yeah. So going back on the receipt. So the billing period is for the entire month. Okay. That's the entire month of, for example. So this is the entire month of, okay, if this is the one that's printed, for that is printed by um the printed date for that is September. Yeah. So it's September 10. So the billing period is the entire the previous date of for the printed date, right? As you can see here, it's September 10, so meaning it is printed by September 10, but the billing period for this one is from the entire August, right? For the entire August. So meaning it's from August 1 to, so if we will print the time, the date, the date for this video recorded is it is November 30, 2021. So we will going to generate a billing statement from the entire from next is the previous month. Okay. In which we can have it like the entire month of October, right? Since we have no um on November. But if tomorrow, if this it will be printed for tomorrow, so it will be the billing period for the entire November. Since tomorrow is December 1. It's now December 1, this is the previous month for that, which is November. So that is probably the algorithm in printing this water bill, which because we don't know the company, we call it the company protocol or regulation about billing. But as we can see here, based on our the data that we can see, it is printed by um, September 10, and it's on the billing period of all August, meaning it's previous one. So right now, since that's our target, so we need to get first the date for today. So we can do that. Okay, first is to we will create a method for that for the billing period to uh, to generate for that. Okay, so here we can create our another method, public billing period. Yeah, so it's a string. So first is to also use the local date. Okay, it's a local date, and we need the date for today. Date now is equal to local date that now. Okay, so basically, if we will use that one, return date now, we cannot easily use that one. Okay, local date start with letter L. We cannot do that one since this is an object. We cannot output object into string. So all we need to do is to output. Remember that there is a toString method in all the available objects created in the we call it um, in we call it libraries in Java. So toString. So we can use billing period here. Add this billing period. So right now, as we can see, we have the period. The period is it's 2021 11:30. Okay, so all we need to do is to calculate no to calculate date for today, and we will going to whatever the month for this one. The day that it's printed is it's now printed with 11, so the billing period is it's 10. Okay, that's 10. So all we need to do here is to format this one because we want like this format. We want this like format. It's we want this format. The day, okay, and that one. So we want that one. So from August, from the entire, okay. So we want that. We don't want this format. So for that, we have to set here still local date, so it's the month. We only need the month, right? So here we only need the month. So date formatter, again we're going to create use the date formatter, date time formatter, and date formatter is equal to date formatter that of okay, sorry for that. It's date time formatter that pattern. Okay, we only need okay the month. Okay, the month. Yeah. So we can output that this one date formatter that format and the date for now. So all we need to do is to get the month for now. Yeah, that's the month for now. Okay, so that is the current month, so we can store it here. The current month. Yeah, so that's the one that I need. We need to store the current month. So since we have the current month, so uh, we can now proceed to having the we can now proceed to the outputting of the bill for that. So August 20, the pattern for that is August 2020. So all we need to do here to output, okay, is to since we have to use some of the class again in Java, some of the libraries in Java yes, still the same in we can you only use we can also use like local date, and then we can now minus the month. So the billing month could be the billing month will be local date, still the billing month, local date, uh, which is now uh, date month, the previous month. Okay, the month is equal to local date that now that we can have minus. Yeah, so we can use minus month. Okay. So how many months that we have to subtract? Yeah. So the minus is it's only um, one, right? It's only one. Yeah. So we can use the date formatter to know for the date. Okay, we can use date formatter that format, and we can use date free previous month. Yeah. So we run it. As you can see now, it's now 10. From 11, we have 10. Yeah. So that is the thing that we need to work with. Uh, so now since everything is set, so we can now no longer need this one because all we need to this is the previous month. Okay. So sorry for that. I need the date. I need the date formatter. So all we need is the local date here and the current month. I don't need that one. So I need this one. So for the date, the formats that I need to be with is first is I need the full um, the full extension for the month and the name of the month, for example, August or November. So probably I can use 3M that signifies yes, 4M that signifies the entire month. Yeah, so that's that I need. Then I have also the pattern I need is the year, which is the 4Y. Yeah, that's it that I have to work with. And also uh, I need we need the other one, the other format, which is the date and the entire, which is from August, the first day of August, and then what is the last day of that month. So we can do that one. So with another format, but this one is good for this format. All we need to do for this format here is to store it on our value okay, output. We can use string output and assign the value for that because we are going to combine those things later. So output All we need to do is to know the first month of this month. Okay. Okay, to get the first date of the month, we should consider this um, object here. So all we need to do is to create another local date, and we'll have the first day. So we can use date free month dot. Um, we have with temporal adjuster. So with uh, temporal, sorry, it's temporal adjusters that first day of the month. So basically, we can use the format here for since we don't have this format, we have to create another format for this one. So we can create date time formatter, date of formatter with day is equal to date time formatter that of pattern. So we will change. We will use the pattern that we on the billings. We have first is the day. We have the day. So we have that day dash and hyphen and um the month. Yeah, I have 3M here for the month, and also the year. Only have two. So that's it. Yeah. So probably that's it for that. That is the new format that was that need have. So all we need to do is to use this the first day. So instead of using that, I'll just output first the first day. We have date formatter that with sorry with day date formatter with day. Yeah, so change date formatter with day format, and we format the first day. Just put first day. Hopefully we'll have, yeah, so we have October 21 to, yeah, that's it, right? So that's it for the first day. So we have this one for the first day. So then we have to store it here. um, you can have string first day. uh, we can just put it there. So then we can use again this the same here, but we are going to use the last month, the day of the last month. So we have again a local date, last day. So we have date free month that with temporal adjustment, temporal adjusters that last day of the month. So that's the last day of the month. Then we have to use the that one. So we can string last day. Then we have date formatter with day. Yeah, so date formatter with day that format. last day. So I guess the last day of October is 31. So let's just let us uh, look on it if that is working good. Yeah, this October 21, 31, that 21. Yeah. So everything is working fine. So all we need to do is we have, remember, we have a string output, right? So we just add those things, just output, and we have the full month, which is the one that here, the previous month, and then we will going to include the date for today, the first date and the last date. So we just add a space like that and use the first date. Okay, so we have first day and two, yeah, and the last day, yeah. So I guess that's really working. We'll just run it again. Yeah. So October 21, October. Yeah. Yes, that's why October, since the date uh the date that's being recorded for this video is November 30, 2021. So an algorithm, what is the date for today? We will just move no 1 month. So move one minus 1 month. So we have minus 1 month. So that's October, and we get all this necessary stuff for our, so automatically when tomorrow when this program will be run tomorrow, so tomorrow is November, December 1, so it will now automatically that it will be October, and it will automatically detect the first day of October, no, it's the first day of November, and also the last day of November, which is 30, automatically in our program. So everything is set here. So we now go to the this section here. So on the half part of our series, our tutorial. So here we can output the meter. Yeah. So the meter reading. So go back here. So it's now we are now enough here for all the date manipulation in Java. So here we can output print uh, and slash and okay, and we have to meter um, readings in 1000 liters. We have also slash t, another tab for consumption details, right? And also that's it could be we have cubic meter and slash t for the amount. So we run it. So we forgot to add a line for that, so it's much more nicer to look at. Slash semicolon. Yeah, so we have the amount. Probably we can add another slash for this. Okay, probably it's working fine. So now, next thing that we can have is the current, previous, and consume. Okay, so we don't have a line or vertical line here. We don't have since in the console we cannot. It's very hard to draw a vertical line. So we just make it just an imaginary line for a while. For a while. Okay, sorry for that. So where we left, um, so for the amount, right? Okay, it's amount. So we have to create current, previous, and consume. Okay, so it's on the next one. To print, and we have to current first, right? It's current first, and then previous and consume. It's um, current. Sorry for that. It's current slash t for previous and slash t for consumed. Okay. Then next is okay. It's now the data that we have to that needs to be calculated. Okay, for the current and previous, we have to end that the object has a value on it, and we have to calculate it on the consume. Okay, so in here we can create a variable for that. Public int um, previous meter. So current meter, we can have current meter. We have also public int previous metric. Okay, so we can assign a value for that on here. You can just copy and paste. um, that's not the one I need. It's here. Okay, for the current, I need this current meter. Okay, slash t, and this one is for the we have previous meter. That's it for now. Okay, so we can run our program. We have current, and okay, yeah, so we can add slash t on it to align, perfectly align. Yeah, another slash t for the consume. We can write data, like for the current we have 500 uh, 5530. So we can go to the main and add twd. Current meter, we have 5531. It's 134. And previous to previous meter, we have 5438. 5438. Yeah, so that's 5438. Yeah, so when we run it, we have this data. Okay, so my concern is in our in our in our receipt or bill, there is a comma separation of the three digit of your number. So in Java, we can do that by the help of some um, plugin. Okay, so we can do that. We can try to use it and implement it in our program. We can have comma separated. Okay, but first is we have to load the number format. Okay, so we have to load the number format or import number format library. So going back on the water bill, uh, we can go import Java text number number format. So that's number format. We're going to use that one here. So we can create or another method to convert or to have a comma separated function. So we can have that here, public string comma separated. So we have to read the output one. So string output, then number of format, uh, comma format. Okay, and we have the name of the object is comma format, and we have number format that get instance. So output. So we have to also include the number. We have to pass the number that we are going to be formatted. So we have int the number, and then here output is equal to comma format, that format, and the number. Yeah, the number that we are going to format. And all we need to do is to return output, whatever the output. Okay. So right now we have to do is to use this comma separated method. So here this comma separated, then don't forget to enclose it here. So save it, refresh. No, it's a refresh, that's rerun. So as you can see now, it's added with a comma separated. Okay, that's an easy one. So we can now have easily distinguish um, is it a thousands or a hundred because of the comma separation. Okay, it's this is what we can do here also here. Uh, these comma separated and these and these also. Yeah. Since we don't have in more, so we can just end it here and use print in to continue for us to easily read the lines or codes here. So perfectly we have those things that we need. So we can now calculate the consumed liters. It's very easy. We can create another function here. Integer. Now it's public int consume liters or liters. It's automatically it's deduction of return this subtraction by this current meter subtracted by this previous meter. That's it. It's the only one. So here in the consume, we can directly use this consumed liters. Okay, so run. So we have 92. So still the same here. Yeah, 92. If we have a lot of meters, like we have, for example, we have only 400, so it's 1000. So it's still the same. Yeah, yeah. Here we need to have a separator. So you have to use the number format again here to adjust that one. Okay. Again, enclose this one with the comma separated. This um, comma separated. Yeah. So to be enclosed that one. So that means that whatever the value it has, as long as more than 1000, he has to separate the 1000. Okay. So it's working. We can just back it here. What we deleted, 92. Yeah, that's so great. So now we have to move forward with with this one. We have to the consume units at the rate is 4.810 so per cubic meter. So that is the per cubic meter. That is the default value. So every object, whatever they consume, it is times 418. So that is a private variable in the class. So we can do that one also. It's a private variable. So we can add here on the private side, private, uh, which we call it GCH per cubic meter. So we have GCH per cubic cm. Okay. Then private, that is a private double. Let's have a floating point number. So we can add here this GC, okay, and assign the value that is 3 point or 4.18. Yeah. So if they will change it, all will be affected. So we don't want individually object. All of the object has the same GHC per cm. Okay. So let's do. We can have first output it here. So okay, so you have slash n. So how we can do that? Okay, so we have to use slash t, right? New and slash t. Yeah, because it's entered here in the part. Okay, in here after the, yeah. So all we need to do for the consume, we have to another used here for our AC to read our codes. So we have slash t. Okay, and then we can output the consume liters. Yeah, so the consume liters is the same here. So we just copy and paste, or basically we can just copy and paste directly here. Okay, and just add where is it? Okay. Units at, okay. Can add units and add, you know, the value for that, this GCH per, yeah. We have GCH per cubic meter. Yeah, so we can run it to check on it. Yeah, so 92 units, we have to use a space there. Yeah, so that's it. So we have to include the amount for that, and we will going to create um, some method, which is the we have to formulate some method like consumption calculator. So we can create a method for that here, and we can have public double consumption calc, and we some add some parameters mode, because we have a lot of calculations later on. We have calculations for water expansion, firefighting, and so on. All of those are calculations. We will do that in one function, but we will just select a mode for that. We'll use if statement for those of the mode. So right now we have just control just calculate the amount for per cubic meter. So we have PCM, and we can use a code for PCM. Okay, so like for example, if mode is equal to PCM, it's PCM. Yeah, it's a PCM. So first we have to um, it's still going to return a value. So it's return a value, and that's return value is it's a double, so it's double returned value. Then it's still the same, has a problem because we don't have an initial value or the initial value of the return value. Sometimes the solution for that is we have to put zero on it, so that we have initial value. So it's the return has initial value. So have a blank or a null value. One good example also for that here is to create an else statement and assign a value for that return value is equal to 0. It's 0 0.0. Okay, returned value. Yeah, still the same since we have another one. We need another return value here to conclude that is okay. So for that is a return value. It's very easy to do have is to calculate the consumed this consumed litres, yeah, that's times this GCH CM. So that's the PCM. So that's automatically what we're going to output there. So that's the PCM. We can output directly it on our on the PCM slash T uh, in the print uh, slash T. We can have these consume no, it's consumption calc. It's just um, PCM calculated. So when we run it, we have 4841. Okay, it's correct in our that's 38456 38456. It's still same 38456. Okay, so we need to change this one um, to for around it to two decimal places. We can do that one here, and the final value to return we can have math that round and return value which I times 100.0, and we also divide it by 100.0. That's the technique how to run out by two decimal places. So it's 34 348 that's correct. So it's we multiply 92 by 418. That's correct. Okay, so next thing that we have to do is to have the 2% water expansion by just multiplying 384.56 by 2%, and you can get the 7.69. So that's the first thing that we have to do is to create a private instance variable for the water expansion. Okay, that's the interest for the water expansion. So we can add it on the top part. It's still the same in integer. It's an integer private interest. We can call it to water water interest water expansion interest. Okay, so the water here, all of the object has the same value for the water expansion. So water expansion interest is 2%. It's 2. So we can have the we call it the how we can do that. So we can calculate it also in the here. We can use it to water WTR for water calculation. So we can use else if here, and the mood for that is equal to WTR. That's for the WTR, and then return value for that. Okay, first is to get the PCM or the PCM. So just directly use this consumption. Okay, so it is a way of inside the function you also using the function. These are recursion method. It's when you use function again in the function in its own function, we got a recursion method. So it's recording. It's also effective to make your codes much more efficient and much more shorter. So that's consumption, and the mode for that is PCM, and that's a PCM. So whatever the PCM is calculate that one. So this one, it's calculate this one. So out of it, we will going to consume times 2% of it for the WTR. So it's multiplied by 2%. But first is we have to multiply it. This is a whole number. So all we need to do is have to make it sure that this one is the first one to execute. So this and water interest divided by, okay, 100. That means it makes it a point 0.02. So we want it here uh, from 2, it will become 2 0.02. That's the 2%. Okay, it is the graphical. Okay, that's 2.02, and that makes it divided to 100. So 2 divided by 100, it's 0.02. That is the percentage. Okay, so that's it. So to make it point 0.02 and multiply it to get those data. So right here it's correct now. So all we need to do is to print whatever it is. So we can print it on the WTR. We can add another one here, print plus equals, and we have slash n for that, and we have a series of slash t because we have a lot of blank line. I guess we have to add 6 slash t slash t slash t slash t, and um, the percentage, this water expands interest, it's that a percentage for that one, and we have water, we can have water expansion. So water expansion. So that's it. And we have to output, since we have a shorter area here, we can add it here, print, and add a lot of t. We have 3 t's. We don't have slash n because we don't want to next line. And this consumption calc. Okay, the mode for that is we need that WTR. Yeah, so we have WTR. Yeah, so we can run it. Yeah, we have here 0. Probably we have we have problem here. This water interest yes, cheers. Water interest is 2. Yeah, it's 2. So This divide 100 WTR. Why we are getting zero. It's probably we are getting 7.669. So probably WTR, right? WTR. That's the WTR. Uh, we can uh, we can try to remove that one and find it if it will output the same 841. Yeah, we have correct. So here it's zero. Yeah, it's because that is integer. It's converted to integer. Zero. Once it is integer, is zero divided by 100. It's equals to zero. So we will want it to make it zero divided by 100.1 to make it 0.02. Okay, that's probably the case. We can justify it. We can remove this one first. Uh, that is the answer for that is zero. I guess that is zero. Yeah, the answer is for zero. But when I add point zero, it will change a thing. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So probably that's mean that we have to change it to point zero. Yeah. So then run it. Yeah. So whatever the 2% of your amount, whatever your amount here, whatever your consumed, the times 4.8, uh, uh, get the 2% of it for the water expansion. That's 7.69. It's automatic. Okay. So whatever it is, if we can have a big unit of, for example, like that one. So we have a lot of 5,000. So we have 21,000 right here. So we have another water expansion for that. Okay. So probably we can change now. So for the number format, we have to change. We will use always um, the things that we have the comma separated. We can always use that one also. We don't need here which is the double. So all you need to do is on the outputs on the output end, which is that is a string. So probably here you can use these that comma separated. You can do that. Everything that you have output, you can do that to yeah, it's comma separated. But this none we will use probably we can create another one. That is an integer. That is the problem. That one. We can create another that is method overloading. So probably later on I will discuss it to you. But same name, the same data type, the same name, but not the same um, on the parameter. It's number and it's a double. So it's still comma separated to really not to worry about all the on the processing end. So too much, no more more names. Same name, method name, but here it accepts the double number, it accepts the integer number. All the process is still the same. Yeah, sometimes we need that one. So we can run. It stop having an error. We can run and check if that is working. Yeah, it's really working on it. Yeah, that's really working. Still the same, comma separated here. Interest. No, it's here. Every can add. Yeah, our code is generally working fine, but I want it to fix just what is on our example so that we can check it also. Yeah, so now we can add another one and we can add to firefighting. Yeah, the firefighting. So it's still the same. We can add a private area for firefighting here. Um, uh, private int water. Oh no, it's fire fighting interest. It's, I guess that's assigned a value of one. So this firefighting interest is equal to one. So we can probably the same output these two. This now it's firefighting. It's fire fighting and a comma separated. Yes, so okay. I will name it to F fire FIR, and now we'll just add here on the control alk. We can have else if, and we have mood is equal to fire. Okay, still the same set of things, but right now it's for the fire interest. Still the same, everything is working fine. We can run and test it. It's 3.85. We can check it on it. Yeah, it's 3.85. Everything's working fine. So all we need to do is to add all of those total this month. We will add everything to make it 3961. So it's really easy. All we need to do is to add another one here. We can add else if we can make it mode is equal to tooth, for example, and we can add everything. So return value is equal to uh, PCM. Yeah, PCM, this PCM plus um, we can just directly add this one. It's kind of this one is also the same. Whatever the value for return value, that is it is null. So return that one. Yeah. So it's we need um, to add those three in this kind of way. We can make it return value is equal to zero. That really help, I think. Zero. Yeah. Then we can also have return value plus equals this consumption, but not this one is for we add the fire, the WTR also, and also the last one is the FIR. So that's mid. You can add the first value of return value is zero. We add the previous value of return value to the consumption, the PCM, and then whatever that is, we have a new value for the return value and add it and with the WTR. And the same thing, the old value for return value and then the FIR. So this also the same, adding like doing one whole thing. It's the same like having like this return value is equal to this this thing. It's the same plus here and plus here. It also the same thing. The concept that I have still the same. Here or here, it depends on you. That is still the same. Just comment it I don't need that one. So have that one. So that's tooth right here. Um, I'll just copy and paste everything here and just change it to total this month. Just remove it here, total this month, and comma separate is still the same, and it's now not FIR but TOT. It's TOT right here. So we can run it. It's 396.1. We can check it here, 3.96.1. It's correct. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so it's perfect. So next thing is to add the previous balance. So probably we can just add it on the object. So we can add another class variable to that, a public one to enter to let the object initialize value for the previous balance and also for the previous payment. So let's do it for the add previous balance for the additional. Okay, add balance, previous balance. So here we can have public int um, use balance. This is the previous balance that we have, and then still the same. We can output here, so we can paste it. Uh, add previous balance. Okay, the previous balance. So right, that one. Then we can have TOB for the balance. So to add the balance for that, all we need to do is to create another one here. Else if we have mood is equal to TOB. So it's same process here, but since they have only the tooth, so all we need to do is to have a return value is equal to this control calc tooth, right, plus this previous balance. That's it. So it's simple. So TOB, right? So we can now check it, previous balance. Okay. So we, okay, that is the total, right? We are go get too excited for that. That is for the total that is on the here. So for that, we don't need this one first. We have to output first the initial value that is the previous balance. We are still getting too excited. It's at zero since uh, we don't even add the previous balance, but we can add it the same here for 53.27. So we can go to the main of Java and we can have twd that previous balance equal to 537 point let's point 545327 45327. It's correct. 45327. Probably we have a problem here in our class variable. We have integer. We have to make it double, not to. Okay, that's correct now. It's no error. So here we can output the 437.27. We are going to add those things to make it have a total. So the same thing here. So we have a lot of slash t there uh, on the print bill. We have a lot of t. So where is the print bill? Yeah. Print. Okay, we have slash n and we have a lot of t. So we have slash t 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 slash t. We have a lot of t there, and we have uh, this comma separated with, that's a double one, right? It's a double, so that's double. And we have here these previous. We have this consume calc top. Yeah, so it's run. Going to run it. It's 833.37. It's the same here. 8.337. Right? It's 396. We have 396, right? Or 396.14. That's 4453. It's 45. It's 4537. 4537. It's 4537. 453. Sorry for that. 45327. 543. It's 54327. So we can run it again, still the same. It's 396. It's 453. It's 453. 849. It's 849. 849.37. It's correct. So it's correct. Just add slash t last slash t. Add one last slash t. That's the total one. Okay. So then we have less for payment. So we have a less for payment. So we have to copy this entire thing here, and we have less, and that is the previous. It's previous. It's previous. Yes, that's one. That's correct. Spelling previous payment. Okay, yeah. Now we can add another here. Previous payment. Public double previous uh, payment. It's previous payment. Okay. Yeah, going back here. So less this previous payment. Yeah. Now we can add payment here. For example, TWD previous payment if there is minus 100 there. So the patient 100. So it's here. Previous payment. Okay, still 0. It's balance, right? That one. It should be payment. It's payment. Okay, should be 100. So the total overall. So we were going to create another one last. What's the total? Overall total, which is the overall total is the total payment due TPD. So we can create TPD here. Um, else if Sorry for that. Have to add another one here. Else if uh, mode is equal to total, call it total payment due, TPD. So that means your TUB, okay, it's return value is equal to this one, TUB. It's now TUB. Everything is added with TUB, subtracted by this previous payment. So that's it for TUB, right? So we can now, yes, we can now use this. Probably we can add some line here. We can have some line for the slash t for the balance for, yeah, total. We have total, right? Total. So overall total we have this. Before that we have to add some line to make it much more organized. Yeah, that's not the one that I need to have. TOB. I guess this one this one that I have. Just a simple line to have. Yeah, then I'll just the same thing that I have to put in here. Yeah, before I have to print the total due payment. Total total due payment, that is TDP. 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 Here, which is copy and paste. Then TDP. Total due payment. So run it. So the total due payment is 0. Why? It's TOB. TDP. That's TDP. Total payment due. Payment. Total payment due. So total payment due. So we have 749. It's 849.37, but it's deducted by 100 for that, so that makes it 749. It's working. It's right. It's working now. So we have now the last thing that we have. It's more polishing one. We have the payment. We did have a lot of things here. So it's only the note and then the things here. Everything is almost done. So we can copy this one to add on it on the last part. Yeah, so it's now working properly. And we can create a note for this one. For the note, we can use note here as a private one. Private note, because all of the clients should have this note. String note. Okay, and just to make it much more faster, I have already have a encoded one. Just copy and paste for that note. Where is the one that I have? Okay, it's here. Uh, Payment. Okay, it's this the note that I have. Yeah, I have to add another one. This dot note plus equals because it's too uh, much for the text, so it's too much for our screen. Okay, and then add slash n to make it. And another one, there is another last sentence does not note plus equals. Okay, pay bills. Okay, slash n. Okay, now we output it here on the pre-bills. Um, Print. Okay, slash n, and we can have this note. Yeah, so we can run. Yeah, we have a lot of I have now good one. Okay, next is the last second part is the generated from we have here. So still the same. We can have here the watermark. So we get the copyright. It's also an in a private one. Private string copyright text. Copyright text. You can hear the same. This copyright text is equal to generated. I just have here um, the text system. The at sign for that, there is an at sign. The at sign um, for copyright. It's the alt 0169. So just tap it on the keyboard. Alt 0169. That's the alt. Yes, that one. And enterprise designs. And the TM alt for the TM is alt 0153. So alt 0153, that's for the TM. That's great. So now we can use it here on the print. Print slash n slash n to make it much more good separation of the line. And then we have copyright text. Okay, run. Yeah, it's working now. And then last is the date. Yeah, so we have now the date. Okay, so the date printed. So it's very easy. It's the date printed. We have to use the date for today and have the time formats. We have already done it a while ago, so it's easy. So date printed, we can create a here public string date printed, and the local date time for this one, since we have the local date and time. We should also include the date and time here. We only have only the date. Okay, so for us to really not some of us would just go directly to the date and time, so that's good for the date, but we don't want to change our code there, so we just import another one. Import Java that time local that local date and time. Just import that one because this one is included by the time because our print needs also the time. Yeah, the time printed. So here local date time, and the date time right now. The date and time right now is the local date time that now, yeah, and the new date format. Again, the date time formatter, the date time formatter date format is equal to date time formatter. Okay, that of pattern. Okay, the time. All we need to do is the pattern. First is the day, the month, I guess. Um, the month, the day, and um, the year and the time. Okay, it's everything. So this is the time format that we need to have um, in our date. Where is it? I have to scroll up. Okay, here. First is the month. We have small capital M, 1 month. We have day, the day, the day, and the year, and also the colon, which is the hour, and the minutes. Also, A is for the AM and PM. Okay, that's it. And we have to return date format, that format date time. That's it, and we're ready to go. Okay, and here, okay, another slash 3 slash t slash t slash t slash t, and we have printed date. Okay, and this date printed. So run. So we have date printed 11/30. It's November 30, 2021, 7 49 p.m. It's 5:49 p.m. Yeah. So we can also use small letter H to make it 12-hour format. That makes it 5:49 p.m. It's working properly. That is how we can solve the problem here. So one last one is to use to enter this data dynamically so that we have more interaction with the user. So we can load the scanner here, import Java util scanner, Java util. Okay, so we have to use and create an object for that scanner. Scanner input is equal to new scanner system dot in. Yeah, so we can just enter like a prompt to user system out the print line, enter in account number. Yeah, so assign that one to in pt dot next line. Yeah, that's right. Index. So again, just copy and paste for make it much more faster. Enter an index. So we can just here inp dot next line. But we have a problem here since this is a it's an integer and this is a string, so we have to convert it using integer dot parse int. Okay, yeah, integer dot parse that is not has uh, that next line. It's yeah. We have the customer number, it's still the same. We have enter a customer number, enter a customer number, and still the same. It's an integer, so I'll just copy and paste for this one for integer. For meter number, it's still the same. Enter uh, meter number. So still the same integer that parse int. Okay, here for the name, it's enter a customer name, and this one it should be a next line. So just copy and paste. Still the same here. It's also a next line. Just copy further. And okay, sorry for that. It's here. It's the next line. A service area, still the same. And a name. Enter a service area. Okay. Also enter a address, an address. Enter an address. Still the same. Next line. Service type still the same. An integer. So service enter service type. Then we have the current meter. Enter the current meter. It is integer, so I'll just use integer here. Still the same current, and this one is the previous meter. Still the same. It is an integer. Enter enter a balance. Enter a current previous balance. Balance. Everything here has a column and a space to have, and also not to have a print line to make it much more nicer to look at. Okay, still the same, opening the class. Okay, and has a space, 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 a space, and a space, and a space, a colon, space, space. Okay, so enter previous balance, and it is a double, so it's um, double that parse double, and an npt that next line, and also previous payment, and it's also a double. So it's working properly. You can have another, if you want another object here, you can add to. Here we can have those things, so we can just run and test it. Okay, enter an account number for me. For example, 1 1 2 3 4 5. Index we have 111. Customer number we have 300. Meter number we have 1402456. Customer name, John Van Hart Alejo. Address type Tayas. Service area Tayasan, for example. Address, Matug. Okay. Address. Ito lang email. To address here, it's a service type. Yeah, it's a service type. Okay. For example, local. Okay. Current meter, for example, my current meter is 1000 and the previous is 300. My previous balance, I think my previous balance is 5,000. My previous payment is 200, 2,000. So you have here your report for all of the things that you've entered, the name, everything here, the consumption from 1,000 for the current and 300. So you consume 700. So we have 700 at first. So we have 2,296. Water expansion is 58.2. Fire. So everything is add on, and your base payment is 2,000. Your previous balance 5,000. So everything is here 6,000. So the current total payment due is 6,000. So everything is working. So that's it. So hopefully you've learned something on it. It is a long video. So it's a total of 2 hours. So hopefully you can watch until the end of this video. I congratulated you, and hopefully you've learned it, and probably you solve the problems on your head. Okay. Thank you, everyone.